Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff told to follow Serena Williams as Canadian Open exposes major flaw. Despite putting up some remarkable performances in the last few years, Coco Gauff's serving woes have now become the biggest hurdle in her quest for titles. In retrospect, her 19 double faults against Emma Navarro in the R16 of the 2024 U.S. Open were one of the key reasons behind her failure to defend the title last year. That number increased to 21 at the 2024 Wuhan Open in her match against Aryna Sabalenka, and the trend continued against Moyuka Yukijima in this year's Indian Wells. In this season, the American has already committed around 250 double faults. Her recent stats at the Canadian Open have yet again added to her double trouble. In Montreal, she faced defeat at the hands of the 18-year-old Canadian, Victoria Mboko. She needed just 62 minutes to beat the world number 2 by 6-1, 6-4 in the R16. In that match, Coco Gauff committed 5 double faults, and with this, her numbers went up to 42 in her 3 matches here at the Canadian Open. Reacting to those worrisome figures, Serena Williams' ex-coach Rennie Stubbs said, "I don't understand why now she has literally 2 coaches. Nothing has changed on her serve, like the ball toss is so far ahead of her on the second serve." In the same episode of the Rennie Stubbs podcast, the Aussie legend advised her to follow Serena Williams' footsteps. My suggestion to her would be, after the U.S. Open, no Asia. Just shut it down like Serena would do. She didn't play Asia. She didn't even play the WTA finals. Because you also have to look at the surface, right? Now, if the end of the year was on clay, go for it, play. But it's on fast, hard courts in China and in Asia or in Europe, indoors, which none of them are going to be great for her serve. So I think you either decide that you're going to break it down, like big time, and change it, and change everything about it. The grip, the ball toss, everything," said Stubbs. Bad technique magnifies under pressure? Yes, that's what she believes at the moment. Coco Gauff herself admitted that she's disappointed with her serve. But having said that, she claimed that she didn't play at the City Open this year in order to work more on these issues. Gauff revealed that she had done well during the practice sessions. For now, her goal would be to transfer those learnings to the matches she plays. Hearing this statement from Gauff, Rennie Stubbs went on to add, "No matter what she does in practice sessions, her technique is not good." She pointed out that her elbow is down, her grip is wrong, and even the ball toss is in the wrong position. There have been a few stats circling social media, which highlight Coco Gauff as one of the players who has committed the most double faults in a single WTA match. Surely, this isn't a pleasant stat to be associated with, and hence, she has already set her target for the upcoming matches. Coco Gauff knows that she probably won't ever be double fault free, but if she can bring that number down to 2% or 3%, this would make a big difference and help her win the matches more easily. However, despite this worrying factor in her game, there's one thing that has impressed tennis legend Lindsay Davenport. Former world number 1 points out the likes in Coco Gauff's game. Coco Gauff's incredible habit of edging victories from the jaws of defeat has become the talk of the town in recent times. So, other than her serving woes, several tennis experts have often praised Gauff for winning ugly. During a conversation with Tennis Channel, Lindsay Davenport praised her compatriot's ability to pull through and still win big matches. Davenport pointed out that Gauff didn't look too confident during her match against Danielle Collins. Her toss was all over the place, but she still wins. It's unbelievable her ability to figure out ways to win when she is playing, honestly. Sea-level tennis out there," said Davenport. According to her, Coco Gauff did a fantastic job in managing her emotions in that epic All-American clash. But the Canadian Open is a thing of the past now, and Coco Gauff is now all set to enter the Cincinnati Open. She won the title here in 2023, but last year, she was defeated by Yulia Putintseva in her very first match. A stronger comeback is the hope. Just a few days ago, on the Tennis Channel Live podcast, Lindsay Davenport said, "It's not a perfect situation for her to be unhooked. The pressure's off. She's won her second major, But when you've won majors and your goal is to be #1 in the world and to be the best, This is not okay. She further added, Gauff could tell herself, oh well, don't worry, I just won Roland Garros. That's not how a champion's mind works. According to Davenport, Coco Gauff will be keen to start her practice session in Cincinnati and look forward to building some momentum from that tournament before heading to New York for the U.S. Open. How far do you think Gauff can go at the 2025 Cincinnati Open? Tell us below. Following Serena, but not a replica. Since childhood, Coco Gauff has idolized Serena Williams, not as a blueprint, but as inspiration. Gauff has repeatedly clarified that she's not trying to walk exactly in Serena's footsteps. I'm not trying to fulfill those footsteps whatsoever. I just want to be the best version of myself. Wikipedia. +15. People.com. +15. Tennis Head. +15. Yet following Serena's retirement, public and expert voices have frequently pointed Gauff in that direction. When Serena was asked about Gauff's game after the 2024 U.S. Open, she said Coco's serve can obviously be better, though she praised her forehand and encouraged confidence in whatever style she plays with. Sports Tack. +3. Tennis 365. +3. Sportskeeda. +3. Canadian Open exposure, a flaw in the spotlight. At the 2025 Canadian Open, everything unraveled. Gauff narrowly survived her first match against Danielle Collins, despite a ridiculous 23 double faults and 74 unforced errors, placing that performance among the highest double fault counts ever in WTA history. PFSN. +4. Sportskeeda. +4. Essentially Sports. +4. Even in the next match, she still committed 14 double faults, tallying 37 double faults across 2 matches. People.com. +15. Essentially Sports. +15. Essentially Sports. +15. Those numbers couldn't be ignored. Elite players usually average well under 10 double faults per match. Gauff's meltdown thrust her serve into the spotlight. Serena's ex-coach, Rennie Stubbs, speaks up Elise Garlight. Rennie Stubbs, former coach of Serena Williams, didn't hold back. Speaking after Gauff's chaotic Canadian Open, Stubbs said, think of the ball as a clock. She has to accelerate up, not down, get that toss back, and don't get on that front foot too early. Sportskeeda. +15. Sportskeeda. +15. Sportskeeda. +15. She also pointed to deep-rooted technical flaws in grip and motion that make the breakdown under pressure predictable. Her grip is wrong. Her elbow gets super low. Bad technique breaks down under pressure. She cannot be serving 11, 12, 13, 14 double faults a match. Essentially Sports. Sportskeeda. +1. Stubbs advises a structural rethink of her serve rather than patchwork fixes, emphasizing match-style second serves and timing adjustments over raw power. Rick Matchey's diagnosis, a biomechanical disconnect. Rick Matchey, famed for coaching a young Serena and Venus Williams, has studied Gauff too. He notes that her right foot placement is misaligned, and her weight isn't properly loaded behind the right hip. These issues keep her serve biomechanically disconnected from the ground up, making her second serve especially fragile. PFSN. +7. Essentially Sports. +7. Tennis Head. +7. He argued the fix isn't minor. Once the reflexes are reprogrammed from the ground up, her second serve could be fixed in less than an hour. Tennis Head. +2. Essentially Sports. +2. Matchey still considers Gauff special, someone who could climb to world number 1 and stay there, if she transforms that second serve into an asset. Sports Tack. +1. The larger picture. Confidence versus technical breakdown. Technical critics aren't targeting her mindset. Many hail her mental toughness and athleticism. Matchey even lauds her mental game as beyond elite. PFSN. Serena, too, stressed that confidence in her current forehand is enough, regardless of aesthetic refinement. Tennis 365. +1. Yet Stubbs and Matchey converge on one point. Against top athletes in windy, outdoor tournaments, Gauff's flawed serve and inconsistent forehand cannot be played through. Bad technique breaks down under pressure. When you get nervous, flaws bubble up and opponents pick them off. Stubbs and Matchey Paraphrasing. Essentially sports. Talksport. Canadian Open as wake-up call. The Canadian Open didn't just show bad tennis. It exposed a fault that could derail a championship trajectory. A serve allowed to erode under stress. It was a microcosm. First serves weren't the worst, but second serves cratered. Matches forced Gauff to rely on her defense and court coverage, but her biggest asset, her baseline game, can only carry the load so far. What should Gauff do? Experts suggest footwork and weight rebalancing. Align right foot under hip. Shift from pinpoint to platform stance, as per Matchy. Essentially sports. Clock-style second serve. Visualize accelerating up 7 p.m., not down at noon. Delay foot momentum to prevent early forward weight shift, per Stubbs. Sportskeeda. Grip tweaks. Slight move toward Eastern backhand grip to stabilize forehand and better serve control, as her current grip causes elbow drop and inconsistency. Essentially sports. Sportskeeda. Science-backed routine. Use biomechanical training. Rewire reflexes via video work, rhythm drills, time toss consistency, and muscle memory overhaul. Endorsed by Matchy. Tennis Head. PFSN. Sports Tech. These aren't overnight fixes. They're structural shifts. But both coaches emphasize a high ceiling if she commits. Beyond emulation, becoming her own GOAT. Gauff may sometimes be asked to model her serve after Serena. But Serena herself said improvement, not mimicry, is key. Just be confident about it, and she has the rest of her career to improve. Tennis 365. +1. Gauff has already shown elite potential. 2 Grand Slam singles titles by age 21. U.S. Open 2023. French Open 2025. WTA Finals champion. And sustained presence in the WTA top rankings. Wikipedia. What remains is matching domestic mental firepower with technical precision. Fixing her serve and shoring up her forehand rhythm can shift her from contender to modular champion. Brain final thought. Serena Williams' legacy isn't about copying her serve mechanics, but embracing her confidence under fire. At the Canadian Open, Coco Gauff's serve cracked, not because she lacked talent, but because pressure exposed unresolved technique. With expert guidance and commitment to structural change, what's now a fatal flaw can soon be rewritten into her greatest weapon.